Tell me when. Wave. Uh-oh. Chris, I'm so nervous. Hey, everybody. Welcome. It's Festool Live. It's Friday at noon, and it's Festool Friday. And boy, do we have a show for you today. Of course, I'm going to announce who we got here in the room. We have over here, we have Big D. Let's get a pan over there at the Big D. Okay. We have Chris, who's panning. You probably got him on camera too. And over here, we got our sales manager. His name is Garrett Sato. He's doing the whiteboard. And online, we have Brent Shively. He's our other trainer here in North America. He's going to answer all your questions as we go. All right. Today's topic, I'm looking at the writing on the whiteboard. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Okay, hit the notification bell. That way, about a half hour before, you won't miss one single Festool Live. But don't forget, we also post Festool Live on YouTube, of course. It's going to ongoing. You can see all the previous episodes. This just happens to be episode 22. But it's also on Facebook and Instagram. So we thank you for all your support. We're going to continue doing this. And here we go. Okay, today's topic, you can erase that, Garrett, please, is on the STM 1800. Okay, some of you out and about, and I think it's been released in Europe already. I know somebody from the Netherlands. What's his name? Mark Bongas is on there with us today. Mark, I want to shout out, say hi to you. I don't know if you have an STM 1800. It's our mobile saw station. But we are releasing this, I think, September 15th, guys. Is that correct, Big D? Okay, good. So I want to go over it with you, and I want to tell you that prior to the pandemic that we're going through right now, I did a demonstration with this. Okay, we had only one in-house because there was a pre-order on this, and I know we could do videos on this. I know we can do all kinds of print on this so you guys can see this, but until you see one live, which I'm going to try to get across to you today. I did it as a presentation down in Cincinnati, and everybody freaked out on it because there's a lot of kind of not misunderstandings on it, but people don't know that it fits, how well it fits into the Festool system. So right away, one of the things I did is, and by the way, I own one of these. I purchased one. And this is how I store it in my shop at home. Come over here, cameraman. Let's see this. Look. When you fold this up, it's such a compact piece of equipment, okay? And I call it a piece of equipment because I've been using this for about 6-7 months, and basically I can't work without it now. So I store mine under my MFT, and I'm going to bring it out here because I've learned a lot with it. When I first started, it's locked together, and you'll see this tab right here. See how it's all locked together, okay? And when I first started transporting this, it would kind of tip on me. So here's my first tip with this, okay? Check this out, okay? I roll it around, kind of like I call it the flying V, okay? To assemble it, it comes in a box. Assembly is wicked easy. It took me, I think, tops a half hour, all right? Now, it comes with 4 casters, okay? 2 are non-locking, 2 are locking. And the reason I want to go through this with you is so when you put it together once, okay? Now, these are tabs that you flip up, and I'll show you why you need those in a few minutes, okay? That's where I put the locking casters. Because when I set this up, and follow me on this one, Chris, okay? I need to adjust the height to this. Now, at home, when I open this up completely, I kind of leave it at this height. And the reason I do that is because it makes a great assembly table. Okay, say I'm banging some cabinets together, screwing them together. Look, top of my cabinet's right here. It's really perfect. The ergonomics on this are phenomenal. It adjusts in height all the way to 900 millimeters or 90 centimeters, okay, the height of the MFT at the top range. Okay, and I'll show you how to adjust it. You can adjust it in 5 different settings at 2-inch or 50 millimeter increments. Okay, so when I set this up, okay, what I'll do, or I always lock those front or the casters, okay, and it's just a press of your foot on the tab. And what I do is, because I want to make it easy, I just tilt it forward, and I want to show you. I put my foot right here. You got that, Chris? Okay? And as I tilt it forward, it eases it. And the one thing you're going to have to learn, there's all kinds of knobs on here. Some are spring-loaded, some lock, some don't. But this is a spring-loaded tab, and I want you to hear that. Hear that going in? Okay, cool, huh? So I'm going to bring it all the way out. I'm going to make sure it's in that tab, and I'm going to do this one all the way out. Make sure it's in the tab. Then you can lock them in, okay? I'm going to put my foot here, and this is just the process that I personally have learned, and it makes it wicked easy for me so it doesn't go flopping around. So now that I have it like this, I'm going to tilt it like this, watch. And as I roll it back, whoopsie, I usually try to get my foot in there. I apologize about that. And obviously I didn't lock this in that well. Okay, no worries. You'll see as I go through this. Okay, now I'm going to take this and move it all the way out, move it all the way out until I hear that pin lock. And then I'm going to put my foot here, and I'm going to tilt it out so it comes up, just like this. Then I'm going to take this tab. Come in here, Chris, so you can see this, everybody. I unlock it right there. It makes it easy for you. Okay, so the next pad is this. I'm going to expand it. I'm going to pull this off, and I want you to see this bracket right here. Okay? In a little while, you're going to understand why I'm putting out the bracket. The bracket snaps right in. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to release these casters, the locking casters. As I bring it out, you hear that snap. So what's happening is this is expanding, and you're going to hear I'm going to pull that tab and bring it all the way out. Now you take this one and put it right in. It's a push on, pull off. Okay, follow me so far on this. All right, so next thing I'm going to do is here's another tab I'm going to pull out, and you're going to see how this rapidly expands. Okay, I'm going to pull it all the way out. There's a little tab, I call it the grip tab right here, and you pull it out. Now, same thing over here, watch. I'm going to pull this one out, just like this, and this one, just like this. All the way out, okay? So there you go. Everybody following? Okay, now you have these. These are a simple lock-in. You saw how one fell out, because obviously I did not lock it in. And when I take this off, okay, you see this? Now, this is one of the pieces you got to assemble, and I want to coach you through on this one so you don't make the mistake I made. You see how this has a chamfer here on the top? That part goes on the top. When I first installed this at home, I did it upside down, and you just take the 3 screws and screw it in right there. But where this goes is right here in this area right here. I'll lock it in. Okay, and boy, you have one heck of a cutting station or assembly table. And I'm going to lock it there. I'm going to take this one out. Everything is stored right on board. It makes it really easy. And the other thing I want to show you on this, as I put this all together, and you can see it's pretty daggone quick once you get your system of putting it together. All right. And thank you for your patience on this, but you'll see as I put it together, it just locks right in, and you get one heck of a station. And what do you want to use this for? I use it for breaking down plywood. Okay, now I have a hammer here. And here's the first thing I saw when I looked at this. I went, this thing weighs 75 pounds. What's it made out of? I want you to listen to this. This is all steel construction. This isn't plastic. This thing is rock solid. So what I'm going to do, okay, so probably a lot of you who are working at home or on a job site, you don't want to go grab somebody to lug a piece of plywood to put it up on your sawhorses or cut station. So this is what's brilliant about this system. You see these 2 tabs right here? I'm going to flip them up. Okay, I'm going to come in here, watch, and I'm going to lock those casters again. This is the way I do it to make it easy for me so it doesn't go flopping around. Okay, I lock it in, and then I'm going to come back over. God, I love this thing. Okay, and watch. It becomes basically a panel lifter. So I'm going to come over here, watch. And Chris, see if we can come in here to see this as I do this. Okay. See those 2 pieces right there? I just lift it like this. Now I'm going to get in your way. I lean it down. Chris, I'm going to get in your way here. I apologize. Okay, so processing a panel can basically be effortless because now I just grab these 2 pieces and watch. or I can grab it just like this, and I can bring my panel perfectly where I want it, just like this. I'm going to get it off my MFT right here. Okay? So basically, I'm ready to rock and roll. What I want to do is I want to position it a little bit better so you can see. I can move my panel here. I'm going to roll it back now. These are really, really strong casters. Because what I want to do is I want to process part of this panel so you can understand the possibilities of the STM. Woo! Man, we're rocking and rolling this. Okay, so I'm going to bring it out this way. And if you notice my mark here, see this right here? This morning when I was prepping this, the first thing you do to a piece of plywood is you always straight line rip it. And I straight line rip this to expedite our process. But what I want to do today is I'm going to make 1 or 2 rips with this, okay, with our parallel guides. And I say parallel guides because I got a great message this week. And they asked me if I'm going to cover the parallel guides. Absolutely, because this is my favorite system, or my favorite system within our system is the parallel guides. But I'm going to use it like this. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come back, okay, and I'm just going to grab my track saw. Okay, I've already gotten all the stuff done with this. I'm going to grab my CT48 Auto Clean. I just can't get enough of this dust extractor. Okay. What was the word for the day, Big D? Flabbergasted? All right. That's for you, Robert. Okay, good. So I'm going to bring my CT over, position it where I need to position it. Okay? And there's a lot of things that I'm not covering. It's just I've covered in past videos. Okay? I got my Bluetooth hooked up. Huh? Yeah, I'm starting right here, Chris. Okay. So what I want to do is always when you're ripping, okay, is always start the blade forward of the cut. Okay? See this for me? This is the right height, okay, for processing a panel. Okay, so there you go. Now, the point I really want to make with this is there's a lot of times when I've processed panels, and people have been to the training classes before. I was always coaching everybody. Okay, you put your rips here, you put them here, and Team C, you put your rips here. We were always bumping into each other, okay, but we were always taking those rips that we've just done, okay, and guess what were we doing? We were moving that material constantly. I hate it when I have to constantly move material around the place. So I'm going to take my parallel guides and just set them over here, okay. Look, I'm going to take this piece. This is 300 millimeters. And this is the side of my cabinet, my frameless cabinet. Watch, I'm going to walk it right over here. Look, and put it right here. Now, if I made another rip, I would rip that. But where's my material? It's right there. I would stack my material up. So what's really cool about this, okay, and this is why I think that this table is so well engineered because it fits, look, watch this, within our system perfectly. See that now? Now I've gone from ripping to cross-cutting, and I haven't broken a sweat. It's the same height as the MFT, okay? And now, and of course, I got an accessory table here. So now I have the perfect cross-cut station. I can take this piece off, I can get my 90, flip it around, and I have repeatability with the MFT3. So instead of having sawhorses, okay, where I have to move all my material around, everything stays on your STM, and you get perfect ripping station, absolutely perfect accessory table for your MFT. Okay, so that's what I wanted to point out to you. I'm actually going to move this out of the way right now because I want to show you some other cool features or tips and tricks with the STM. Let's see. Let's just take this, bring it back over here, because I'm going to not kill myself today. I'm going to bring it right over to my tabs. Okay, and if you're working alone in a shop, I'm going to actually lock this so I can tilt it forward. Woo! Lock my casters. I wish I had a longer leg. The time I wish I was tall. All right, there we go. So I'm going to lock it in. And now I'm just going to take this. Instead of picking it up, breaking my back, I'm just going to take it and tilt it forward, look, and bring it right back. Right down, just like this, and I can take it off. I'm one person on that shop. Now, the other thing at home is in my vehicle, I have 4 or 5 sheets of plywood. I can take this now, this plywood, and I set the height. And I think for my expedition, I think, Chris, see if we can get in here. I think it's this, the third one up, and I can take and slide the material from my truck right on this. Okay? I actually cut it out in my driveway. And it's perfect. Okay. So there you go. Now, remember that bracket I showed you? Let's just pull this off so you can see it. See this bracket right here? Okay? This is a part. Okay? Everything you see comes with the STM. But see this part right here? Okay? I want to show you one of the things I was taught. I'm going to see how I flip this around. And if I remember right, don't quote me on this. I think from here to here is 42 millimeters. Let me measure that. Oh, no, it's a little bit more. I think I had to cut a 42 millimeter piece for the difference. Okay, so maybe it was 62 millimeter with a 20 millimeter 3/4. But what I did is, you see this piece of MFT table? Okay, we cut these. I want to see if this was 42 millimeter. I think it was. Yep. Okay, attach the brackets, and if you line it up correctly, doesn't come with it, but if you line it up correctly, guess what? Oh, let's see if I can get it on there. There it is, a little twisted. Hello, whoopsie. Okay, look, now you have, out on a job site, you got a mobile MFT table. So that's something you can make. I'm thinking at home of dropping a plate in here for things I got to do. Okay, so there's some all kinds of possibilities with the STM 1800. Cool. Oh boy. Oh, are the wood pieces replaceable and can it be ordered? No, it can't be ordered, the wood pieces, but you can make them yourselves and they are replaceable. Cool. What's the other one? No, I'm sorry. It says, that's a great question. Do the locking casters rotate after locking? Absolutely not. They stay stationary. So I always lock them in line with the, how would I say that? The heavy part aiming in. Okay, how many sheets of plywood can you place on the STM? Well, it has a load capacity of 330 pounds. So what's the average piece of plywood? Garrett, you know? Yeah, so probably you could stack them all the way up. Cool. Any other questions? Like what color does it come in? I'm just kidding. So once again, when we released this in the United States, there was a pre-order on it. I know some system partners have some waiting for you. Check around, because I think this was, by the way, this was limited edition. Okay? It is one heck of a mobile sawing station. Cool? And assembly station. Excellent. Okay, so we have the Netherlands. We have Is that California? Oh my God, we gotta get Minnie back in here. I can read her handwriting. We got legible. England, Canada, the Bahamas. We have the U.S.
We got Australia and the Netherlands too today.
Oh right. Oh, where?
Australia.
Australia and the Netherlands. Did I cover everything? I think I covered everything. It weighs 75 pounds. Good question, Chris. Okay, not that I'm stalling or anything, but I just want to say thanks. I guess this is a wrap. I couldn't wait to show you the STM 1800. It is one heck of an addition to your Festool system. So, thank you very much. We'll see you next week.